Hey friends, welcome with a new video of English listening. Today, we are going with something far more powerful. A real story, told in simple, natural English, the way real people actually speak it. So, relax your mind and just listen. Let the words flow into your ears. Do not stress about understanding every single word perfectly. Just listen, feel the rhythm, and let your brain do its job, because that is how real language learning happens. Alright, so let me tell you about someone. His name is John Smith, and he is actually the son of a very close friend of mine. I have known this family for years, so I know John's story quite well. And honestly, when I think about a perfect example to help you practice your English listening, John is the first person that comes to my mind. So let me introduce him to you properly. This is John Smith. He is a 19-year-old young man, full of energy, full of life, and right now, he is a student in college, and we are going to follow his story together, step by step, in simple and clear English. Now, John does not go to just any college. He goes to college in New York City, one of the most exciting, most busy, and most famous cities in the entire world. Now let me tell you something interesting about John. He has favorite subjects that he really enjoys studying. His favorite subjects are geometry, French, and history. Three very different subjects, right? However, and this is important, English is his hardest course. Yes, even living in an English-speaking country, English as a subject is still challenging for him. So, if you ever feel that English is hard for you, just remember, even people like John feel the same way sometimes. Now, one thing that really helps John in college is his professors, and they are very friendly and smart. When your teacher is friendly, you feel safe to ask questions. You feel comfortable making mistakes. And when your teacher is smart, you know that what you are learning is actually valuable. It is his second year in college now, so he is not completely new anymore. He has already passed his first year, which is always the most difficult one. He has learned how college works, how to manage his time, how to study, and how to survive life away from home. So, after a long day of classes, where does John go? Where does he live? Well, he lives in a big house, and that house is on Ivy Street. This house is near the college campus. So, John does not have to travel far at all. He just walks from his house to his college, which saves him a lot of time. John does not live there alone. He shares the house with 3 other students, and sharing a house with other students is actually one of the best experiences a young person can have. You learn responsibility, and you learn how to live with people who are different from you. That is a life lesson right there. Now let me tell you, who are these 3 students that live with John? Their names are Bill, Tony, and Paul. 3 names, 3 personalities, 3 different stories, but together they make a little family of their own inside that big house. They help each other with homework. They sit together and they help each other. If Bill is struggling with a subject, John helps him. If John is confused about something, Tony or Paul steps in. That is the kind of friendship that actually builds your future. And it is not just studying together. On the weekend, they play football together. That is actually a really healthy and balanced way to live life. Now, John's story would not be complete without talking about his family. And one person in his family that I really want you to know about is his younger brother. John has a younger brother, and this little brother, he just started high school. So, he is brand new to that experience, standing at the beginning of a big journey. This younger brother is 14 years old. And while John is living the college life in New York, his younger brother is back home, starting high school, figuring things out, and probably looking up to his older brother for inspiration. So, where is this younger brother? Where is the rest of John's family? Well, they live in Boston. Boston is another beautiful city in the United States, and it is where John's parents and his younger brother call home. Sometimes the family visits John in New York. Sometimes they make that trip, pack up the car, and come all the way to New York just to see him. And when that happens, he feels very happy, because no matter how exciting New York is, there is nothing in the world that replaces the feeling of seeing your own family. And now, this is my favorite part of John's story. When John's family visits him in New York, his mom always brings him sweets and candy. His mom packs those sweets and candy and brings them all the way, just to make her son smile. And I think that tells you everything you need to know about a mother's love. It does not matter if her son is 19 years old, living in a big house. To his mom, he is still her child. And that bag of sweets and candy, that is not just food. That is love, packed into a bag, carried across cities, and delivered with a hug. So, now you have heard John's full story. You have traveled with him, from his college in New York, to his house on Ivy Street, to the weekends playing football with Bill, Tony, and Paul, all the way to those warm family visits from Boston. And here is what I want you to think about. You just listened to several minutes of natural English using simple and clear words. And if you understood even 60 or 70% of what I said, then you are doing incredibly well. That is real progress. Every time you listen, your brain is absorbing more. Every time you practice, you are getting better. Before we finish today, I want to leave you with one simple thought. The best thing you can do for your English right now is to keep listening. Not just in lessons like this one, but everywhere. Listen to stories, listen to conversations, listen to the world around you in English. John's story was your practice today. So keep going, because the version of you that speaks English confidently is not far away. That version is just a few more listening sessions ahead. Keep practicing, and I will see you in the next one.